Optimizing featured snippets. As Google gets better and better at understanding search intent, it wants to give searchers an immediate answer to their questions. An answer so immediate, searchers won't even have to browse through the search results to get it. That answer comes in the form of a featured snippet. What is a featured snippet? Let's ask Google. Google says, a featured snippet is a summary of an answer to a user's query, which is displayed on top of Google's search results. It's extracted from a web page and includes the page's title and URL. Wait a minute. Featured snippets show above the #1 ranked spot? As if it wasn't hard enough to rank #1. But it's a bit more complicated than that. Google pulls featured snippet answers from one of the pages that ranks on page 1 of the search results, but the page that wins the featured snippet isn't necessarily the #1 result. This leaves the door wide open for content that isn't in the #1 spot to actually appear above the #1 spot. That means it pays to know how to optimize your content not only for search, but for the newer organic search features like featured snippets. There are 3 reasons you should care about featured snippets. For one, featured snippets show up for a lot of the terms your target customers are searching for. Google tends to serve up featured snippets for who, what, when, where, why, and how queries, which are the types of queries your online content tries to answer. They also tend to show up for high traffic terms and overarching topics. For 2, featured snippets often show up first for voice search results. In fact, 71% of search queries that triggered featured snippets on desktop led to the featured snippet result showing up first in voice search results. This is important because voice searches could become 50% of all mobile searches by 2020, a prediction reported by both Google and Bing. 3, if you don't have an effective strategy for capturing how customers are changing the way they search, you will fail to attract them. Search is evolving, and the featured snippet feature is now taking significant organic traffic on desktop, mobile, and voice search. As your customer adapts, so should you. So how can you optimize your own blog content for Google's featured snippet? Well, your best chance at capturing the featured snippet is by optimizing blog posts that already rank in the top 5 positions in search results. Google tends to pick content from those spots over other spots further down on the page, making these the lowest hanging fruit. So the first thing that you'll want to do is use Google Search Console to figure out whether any of your current blog posts rank in positions 1 through 5 for any significant keywords. Make a list of these high-ranking posts along with the keywords they rank for. Next, open up a new incognito window in your browser and search for that keyword to see if Google serves up a featured snippet in search results. You want to prioritize the posts that are ranking for keywords that serve featured snippets. So put a check mark next to the ones that do. Even if there isn't a featured snippet showing up for that query, keep in mind that Google is adding new snippets all the time, so you may want to check back in the future. Next, optimize these posts for the featured snippet. Google favors content that best answers the search query in a simple, concise format. In fact, format is the most important factor here. Google uses an algorithm to extract content for snippets. So if the text isn't formatted cleanly, it won't understand what's going on and will skip that result. If the keyword your post is ranking for is serving up a featured snippet in a list format, make sure your content includes a list that is clearly labeled with headers. You might even add a short list version of your larger blog post at the top of the page to make it even easier for Google to identify it for a snippet. List 7 steps or fewer if you can. Google will cut off at 8 steps in the snippet anyway. You can do the same for a featured snippet in a paragraph format. Write a short answer to your target query and put it in a module above the rest of your post. Google tends to prefer when featured snippets are fewer than around 50 words. As for what to write in there, Take note of the content that's winning the snippet right now and get an idea of what the search engine is looking for. But don't copy it word for word. Instead, try and improve on what's already in there. Once you've made these changes, submit the URLs to Google so that they can be recrawled. Measure the results by the number of clicks from the results page, the change in click-through rate, and the impact on the blog post's organic traffic. Keep in mind that because snippets are an algorithmic feature by Google, results will vary from day to day. We recommend that you track your new snippets every day for around 4 weeks to account for appearances, disappearances, and content switching.